chambers. I reach out a hand. His grasp is strong and dry. "Matthew Bishop," he replies. I take in his square chin, light blue eyes, and broad shoulders. Then I turn to his wife. I inhale a light floral perfume as I lean forward to shake Marissa's delicate hand. Her fingers are ice cold. "Sorry we're a little late. There was traffic," she says as her eyes skitter away from mine. I lead them to my first-floor office, closing the door behind us. Matthew helps his wife off with her cape before he removes his overcoat, hanging them on the wood and brass standing coat rack, then takes a seat on the couch. A confident man, assured of his place in the world. They're not touching, but they sit close enough together that it would be easy for them to do so. They don't look like a couple in trouble, but appearances are often misleading. I pick up a fresh yellow legal pad and pen and claim my usual chair, directly across from them. My home office is uncluttered and comfortable, with a few ficus trees, a deep bay window, and colorful abstract prints on the walls. Back when I worked in a building with other therapists, many of them displayed family photos on their desks, turned inward so as not to distract their patients. My desk was then, and is now, bare. I start the session the way I always do. "What brings you here tonight?" Marissa wrings her hands, the large diamond on her ring catching the overhead light. Her flawless skin is pale. "I thought—" She coughs, as if her throat is tight. This isn't easy for her. "Would you like some water?" She manages a smile. "Do you have anything stronger?" She's joking, but I make a quick decision and stand up and retrieve my tote bag. "Tequila?" I hold up the blue and white patterned bottle. Matthew looks surprised but recovers quickly. "I would have gotten here earlier if I'd known you were serving Clase Azul Reposado." His pronunciation is flawless. I take 3 of the little plastic cups from my water cooler and fill each with a generous shot. Cheers. I tilt up my cup. A familiar, welcome heat fills the back of my throat as I reclaim my seat. Marissa sips hers. She looks more like a white wine kind of woman. But Matthew tosses his back easily. "We're here to talk about Bennett, our son," Matthew says. He looks at his wife. I don't betray my surprise, even though Marissa didn't mention a child in her initial phone call. She reaches for her husband's hand. "Actually, sweetheart, that isn't exactly why we're here. I need to tell you something." Her voice quavers again. The shift in the room is palpable. It's as if the temperature plummets. Here it comes. The confession. I wait for it as Matthew stiffens, his features hardening. He doesn't blink as he stares at Marissa. "What's going on?" His wife blindsided him. She lured him to me on false pretenses. Not the best way to begin our work, but maybe it was the only way to get him here. "I've wanted to tell you this for a while. I just didn't know how." A tear rolls down her cheek. "I broke your trust, and I'm so sorry." He pulls his hand away roughly. "Cut to the chase, Marissa." She swallows hard. "I slept with someone," she blurts. "Just once, but—" "Who?" Matthew's word cuts like a knife through the air. She covers her flat stomach with her hands as if she feels its blade. This won't be the first time I've helped a couple through an infidelity. Back when I was a licensed therapist instead of a consultant, which is my title now, I saw iterations of it nearly every week. The wife who had an affair with a coworker, the husband who cheated with a neighbor, the fiancé who had a fling with an old girlfriend. But something about Marissa's revelation feels different. Or maybe it's Matthew's reaction. Typically, spouses experience shock when confronted with news such as this. Anger doesn't descend until later. Matthew's rage is immediately palpable, though. His hands clench into fists, the plastic cup crumpling in his grasp. Chambers. I reach out a hand. His grasp is strong and dry. Matthew Bishop, he replies. I take in his square chin, light blue eyes, and broad shoulders. Then I turn to his